What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be installing an oil catch can for the Hyundai Genesis Coupe 2.0T. This was like $25 like on Amazon, so it was pretty cheap. It came with the steel wool, and it came with the hardware. And what you're going to need is some Teflon tape. Got this at Home Depot. Adjustable wrench, got that at AutoZone. And I also got these at AutoZone. I know you're supposed to get like a longer bracket, but I couldn't find any, so I'm just gonna be like improvising with like some smaller ones. But yeah, let's get right into it. So I unscrewed the top half of the catch can from the rest, and then this little part unscrews as well. All right, so I took that off, and then you can unscrew right here as well. You can screw this one as well. There you go. Once you take that off, you can put in your steel wool. You probably are gonna have to like cut some off, so you're gonna have to like put in as much as you can into there, and then you're gonna like rip some off or cut some off, and then screw it back on with the other half. So I ended up cutting off a piece, and then as you can see, it's in there. And then now you just put it back into the part right here. Can't see. Now you just screw that back on. Make sure it's nice and hand tight. And then we're gonna put this back in here, and then screw this back on. Now you're gonna get some hardware from the bag it comes with. It's gonna come with like a big one, and then this one's a little smaller one. And you want to make sure the bigger one is on the inside, and then the smaller one is on the outside. So we're gonna put those on. But before we put those on, we're gonna wrap them around with some Teflon tape, like this kind, and just to make sure we get no leak or anything. So we're gonna wrap that around, and then yeah, we're gonna screw that on into the catch can. All right, so now we're gonna tighten it down with the adjustable wrench. And then we're just gonna make sure that's tightened down pretty well. Make sure not to over tighten, but you know, just make sure it just doesn't like come off like that. So yeah. All right, so I have my L wrench right here, and we're gonna take off the screws off the little bracket right here, and then we're gonna put on our own like little L bracket, so then we can adjust that into the car. All right, so I unscrewed the bolts right here, and then I got some corner braces from Home Depot. Is a 3/4 inch. It only has like one hole, just because I couldn't find any other one that had like two holes, so I am gonna improvise. But for right now, I think I'm just gonna use this one to like be hanging off right here. But if I do, I will end up adding another one, and that one will just be facing like this way. But yeah, right now we're gonna put this back on, and then we're gonna get to doing the hoses. So this is what it's gonna look like after you set everything up, with the little bracket right here, and then with the bigger side and the inlet, and the smaller one on the outlet. And yeah, that's pretty much how you're gonna want to set it up. And for the hoses, don't quote me on this, but I believe it's a 3/8 and a 1/2 inch, but I'm not really too sure because I just asked which vacuum line hose would fit around, and then they just gave me one. I think I needed like about 1 foot each, but yeah, just don't quote me on the sizes for the vacuum line. Just go ahead and like get them fitted, I guess. But yeah, let's go and mount this into the engine. All right, so right here is where we're gonna be mounting it, right here to the fuse box. We're just gonna take it off. It is a 10mm bolt. I had a smaller one last time, but it didn't have enough space to clear it because I'm gonna have it like right here. But I ended up buying a bigger one, and as you can see, it doesn't fit, so you have to drill a hole. I did end up drilling a hole. It needs to be drilled a little bit more, and then it'll be able to fit. But yeah, that's where we're gonna have it. We're gonna have it right here and set up with the with the catch can right there. And yeah, that's gonna be our setup. And then we're gonna be able to run into the hoses, which is that one and that one. And yeah, let me just put this together real quick. All right, so I ended up drilling the hole right here with my drill right there. It was a 15/64, and let me see if I can put it in there. And as you can see, it clears it. Now we're gonna bolt this on into the catch can, and then hopefully it will clear it and not hit any of these hoses and none of that. We might have to move it a little bit out of the way, but I don't think so. We shouldn't have to. And then yeah, we're gonna connect it to the hoses. So it ended up fitting. You see I have it tied down right there. I made sure I cleared everything. You can see like a little gap, but it's not hitting it. I made sure nothing's hitting it from the bottom as well. Let me see. I make sure nothing's hitting that. So I just double checked everything, make sure it wasn't hitting anything. But yeah, now we are gonna put the hoses on. It's gonna be to that one and that one. So we're gonna take these off with the. So we're gonna take off the clamps. All right, as you can see, I ended up taking it off of both there, and you can see there's one smaller one and one bigger one. The smaller one is gonna go to the right here, and then the bigger one is gonna go to that one. And I have my hoses right here. I did get them fitted like with these ones, so I just took these before you screw them on. I took these to like a home I took these to AutoZone or O'Reilly's, and I had them fit it. And you can see obviously there's one smaller one and one bigger one. And yeah, right now I'm just like test fit them right now, and then I'm gonna mark it and then cut it down. All right, so I test fitted them and they fit good, they reach good. I am gonna cut this one down a little bit, and this one I'm probably a little bit more, but probably just have it like that so it has enough room to like bend and all that. But yeah, I'm gonna mark them down and cut them, and then I'm gonna put them in. Also, don't forget to clamp all of them down. And yeah, all right guys, so we got it on. We had that all clamped down nice and good, and then running to the catch can. As you can see, still has the clearance, and look, it like perfectly went over this hose, which I think is pretty cool. I didn't really have to force it. And that one's right there. The clamps I used were some 3/8 to 7/8 inch. I did have to open them up all the way just so it can like slide easier. And then for the smaller one, I used 1/4 inch to a 5/8 or a 5/6 to a 15/9 millimeter. The only hard part that I was having trouble with a little bit, not really, was when you put it on the bolts, I guess, whatever you call it. They have like a little indent right there on both of them, so that was pretty hard sliding them into. But yeah, still it was pretty easy. But yeah, I'm gonna turn it on, make sure there's no leaks, and then yeah. All right, I'm gonna make sure there's no leaks. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's any leaks, so yeah, I think it's pretty good to go. And it honestly makes this look really good with the air filter. And on top of that, the blowout valve looks amazing. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Leave a like if you did enjoy, subscribe for more content, and yeah, see you on the next one.